Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. What if Ripple won the lawsuit XRP was going to be used on X.com, formerly Twitter, and XRP was going to be used for phygital goods in the Amazon NFT digital marketplace? Now, this is some speculation here from Digital Asset Buy. Of course, we have talked about the Ripple XRP Elon Musk connection before, and X.com and the history there. Now, for those of you guys who do not know, or maybe just want a refresher on this, back last November 2022, Elon Musk came out and said, he wanted to go big on cryptocurrency and wanted to incorporate it into Twitter. So Musk sees a big role for crypto on Twitter. He'll face a tall climb, though. And I think this Washington Post article, very appropriate for the times we're in right now. This title here, he'll face a tall climb. Of course, we know about the banking crisis that's currently going on and the war on crypto between the U.S. government and the crypto industry. Well, Elon Musk is unabashedly a fan of cryptocurrency. His Tesla company once held nearly $2 billion in Bitcoin before selling a bunch of it. He also tweets often about Dogecoin. Now the mogul seems to be bringing that enthusiasm to Twitter. Musk has secured $500 million from the crypto exchange Binance to finance his new acquisition and hired influential Andreessen Horowitz crypto investor and former Twitter executive Shriram Krishnan to come back to Twitter as part of his new team. So guys, this is Elon Musk's vision. This is still, we're already in March now. And we really still haven't heard any updates, I guess, since this November piece. But today I'm going to point to some newly uncovered evidence. We're going to look into the history of Elon Musk, X.com, and revisit some connections, guys, that could involve Ripple and XRP. So Musk, in recent months, has tossed out a lot of ideas about how crypto tokens and ideologies might be useful on Twitter, causing enthusiasts to believe he'll help take their way of thinking mainstream. But what can Musk actually do with cryptocurrency on the platform? The Post examined his many statements on the subject, then spoke to crypto regulators, watchdogs, and content creators to assess both their feasibility and potential impact. So, like I said, this was even done at a time when, the FTX thing had just happened. The market had gone down considerably. This was before all the banking stuff was going on. However, the sentiment was in the air that the banking, it has been for years now, that the banking industry is and has been in a lot of trouble. So this article goes on, talks about some crypto scams that have occurred. Obviously, we got to be careful. Musk has yet to announce what tools he'll use to achieve his goals, but regulators who've tried hard to solve this problem don't believe he can deliver on his promise. Well, if they knew what we knew, I think they may change their tune. This goes on to talk about Dogecoin, and we know Elon Musk's history with Dogecoin there, designed back in 2013 as a sarcastic commentary on crypto. Musk worked with the Doge developers and thinks the token is pretty cool. So, this Washington Post piece, trying to keep it fluffy, trying to make it almost seem like Elon Musk is not going to be able to deliver on his promises. Considering they're highlighting Dogecoin here and the fact, Doge could serve this purpose, but, for a serious company, serious payments, I think we have to look a little deeper and into companies that can actually solve the problem and that actually have a track record at solving payment problems. He wants looser content moderation, which could boost crypto voices. So that's another thing. He wants to decentralize Twitter. So this article is going on into all kinds of different aspects of cryptocurrency and Twitter and how they can, fuse and merge together to solve some problems that currently exist. He could reverse Twitter's pro-NFT stance. So a lot here, guys, outlining Elon Musk's journey and where he sees cryptocurrency moving in the future vis-a-vis some kind of Twitter incorporation. And again, guys, this was from November of 2022. The banking crisis was not in full swing yet. However, I wanted to draw your attention to this. Matthew Lany on Twitter, post X.com. Here we're going back to X.com, the website, Ripple and XRP, and see if there are anomalies tweeting. It might be a no-no, so he's tagging utility theory in here. And just taking a look at X.Commerce, this website, how Ripple networks are transforming money as early as 2012. So it's interesting because when we go to these websites now, they no longer exist. Yeah, wiped from the internet, unless you take the Wayback Machine and take a look at some of the things that they were talking about then. Citizen of the Future here posting this, as a reply. Let's see if X.com is a shadow banned Twitter subject. Like and retweet if you see this. So we clearly are seeing this. He's retweeting out Generation Infinity's tweet here. And I got to give credit to Generation Infinity. He has uncovered quite a few links with regards to this X.Commerce website, the future of money, talking about web incorporation, adoption. And yes, guys, it does have to do with Ripple and XRP. So I took it upon myself to just do a quick Google search just to kind of see the kinds of things in general, what they were talking about with regards to cryptocurrency adoption, crypto being part of the new financial system. So as you guys can see here, just a cursory Google search, the future of cryptocurrency on Investopedia. If you click on that, you guys can see it was updated as of 2019. So I wanted to focus more on searches from the early 2010s. How about this? Bearing Point, can the financial services industry master blockchain? If you click on that, we get an article here talking about blockchain, you know, a fairly new technology at that time. Crypto finance has the potential to revolutionize the financial sector. It has the power to transform business models, connecting new counterparties, and generating sweeping efficiencies. But work needs to be done before the technology's full benefits are realized. There are risks for banks in being edged out of their current market, but there are opportunities should they successfully engage with the technology based on blockchain. If that is not a foreshadowing comment, I do not know what is. So a lot of these articles, a cursory look into blockchain, and you know what, I found that most of them really did spend a lot of time on Bitcoin, because Bitcoin was pretty much, by and large, the only cryptocurrency at that time that really mattered, that anybody really paid attention to. XRP did exist, but nobody was really talking about XRP in the kind of capacity that they were talking about Bitcoin. Again, remember, this was 2010. Right down here, according to some usually sobering voices, the forthcoming blockchain revolution is likely over the coming decade to mirror the impact of the internet in the previous one. So they are looking at cryptocurrency and how it could mirror the internet revolution from back in the late 90s, early 2000s, transforming business models, connecting new counterparties, and generating sweeping efficiencies that might reverse the fortunes of the post-crisis financial sector. Again, also remember the context of when this was written. It was written right after the 2008-2009 financial collapse. So, you know, they're looking at technology, cryptocurrency, perhaps as a different medium. And some may even assume that since this has been pre-planned for a very, very long time, this was basically foreshadowing what was to come in the next 20 years, 10, 20 years, give or take. A blockchain is a distributed, secure, and transparent system for record comprising a log of transactions shared across a digital network. Its best known application is the payment system, or so-called cryptocurrency Bitcoin, which uses peer-to-peer technology to make and record payments without the need for a trusted intermediary such as a bank. Let's just go back here and take a look at this, guys. Which banks use Ripple and XRP and why? From September 2012. Okay, again, some of the leading search results from a certain time period that I took here, the early 2010s, because that was what I really wanted to focus on. And even just clicking on this, which banks will use Ripple and XRP and why, from 2012. An interesting read. I mean, a lot of information that we already know. I will link this in the description of the video if you guys are interested. They talk about cross-border payments. They talk about stable and secure back-end infrastructure and liquidity management, of course. Industrial synergies, and finally, banks that use Ripple's XRP. And if we had dug enough, we would have known Bank of America was a partner as early as 2012. I think we already kind of knew it, but it was never really confirmed. The second largest bank in the United States in terms of asset value, and one of the top 10 banks in the world, Bank of America, have been working with Ripple for a long time. They also highlight PNC Bank, Siam Commercial Bank, Santander, Standard Chartered Bank, and Koalix. So, you know, a lot of the Ripple partnerships at that time were still not solidified. But let's get back to X.Commerce, X.com, and the connection there. How Ripple networks are transforming money from April 20th, 2012. So Generation Infinity did some more research here, and I will link this again. I will link this in the description of the video. And what he found was very interesting. I think one of the more interesting parts of this is that all this information has since been scrubbed from the internet. Let me give you guys some context. I'm going to bring you guys back to this video I did about 4 months ago, okay? And it highlights how Chris Larsen actually owned X.com before Elon Musk. The Ripple and XRP connection with Elon Musk, Chris Larsen, and PayPal, Peter Thiel, also goes back to a video I did even earlier than this. So I do have a video within a video here. Elon Musk and Peter Thiel owning XRP. I'll just play you guys the clip here, and maybe this will refresh your memory. And guys, the reason I mention this is because acknowledging that it has been baked into the cake for a long, long time, I think is becoming more and more, I think, of a widely acceptable point of view. Now, I saw this, guys, from Tiffany Hayden. Is it just me, or is it a weird coincidence that Chris Larsen, okay, he was the co-founder of Prosper with John Witchell, previously founded a company named X.com in 1994. Now, bear with me on this. If you guys don't remember, I did this video on Chris Larsen and when he was the CEO of a company called Elon, right before he was with Ripple. I pointed out some interesting topics in this video with regards to that connection, Elon, because they were also sued by the SEC. If you guys didn't catch this video, I will link it up here in the top right-hand corner for you. Going back to this, though, Tiff Hayden actually retweeting out her own tweet from just a few days ago. Who was the first person to own X.com? It was registered on April the 2nd, 1993. This is the first available screen capture on the Wayback Machine, and that was from 1996. Elon Musk didn't incorporate X.com until 1999. Things that make you go, So was Chris Larsen connected to X.com, later incorporated by none other than Elon Musk, which also reminded me of this video, guys, that I did about a year ago, okay? I don't know if you guys remember this video. New evidence suggests Elon Musk and Peter Thiel of PayPal and Andreessen Horowitz own 17 million XRP. Guys, I'm going to play you a little clip from this video. Again, I did this video about a year ago, September 29th, 2021. Listen to this. I also wanted to bring this up, guys, from Tag. Now, he discovered something that I think a lot of you should be interested in. Does Elon Musk own XRP? This top 1% account holds 17 million XRP and has Elon Musk, Peter Thiel, and Andreessen Horowitz written all over it and has my attention. It was activated by Isaac Newton and has deposits from usernames Musk, Thiel, and Andreessen. So we have the value of this XRP wallet, 17.003 million XRP. This is definitely a whale's wallet. Could it be that these guys own XRP and are just not saying it yet? Well, the thread continues. He says, Andreessen Horowitz, Amosov, Isaac Amosov, Sagan, Carl Sagan, Turing, Alan Turing, Isaac Newton, and Faraday, SpaceX-23 Faraday. If you follow the account ancestry, it leads to activation by OpenCoin/Ripple. We know Musk, Thiel, and Andreessen were early investors in OpenCoin and Ripple, and it looks like it might be within the top 1% of holders of XRP. So just to give you guys some background here, and again, this was back from 2017, so before the height of the bull market. We have Musk here, Thiel here on August 26, 2017, and Andreessen here also on the 26th of August, 2017. Just kind of uncovering some of these facts here. We know, well, some of you may know, some of you may not know, that OpenCoin was the first name that the company was given before it was changed to Ripple. And some of the early investors, as I'd mentioned earlier on in this video, Andreessen Horowitz and the Founders Fund, a venture firm owned by PayPal co-founder Peter Thiel. We also know that Peter Thiel and Elon Musk are thick as thieves. This was from way back in the PayPal era. I'm guessing the late 90s here. We've got Peter Thiel, Elon Musk with their X.com cards. I don't know what that is, but clearly a PayPal product. So anyway, this is just from Lord Vendetta from back in July. Peter Thiel is a big investor in Ripple, and you really think that Elon Musk doesn't know about XRP? Well, regardless of if they are investors in Ripple or not, the question is, do they hold XRP? Are they controllers of this account with over 17 million XRP? You can see here the Musk deposit 8 million, just over 8 million, 3 million over here, and Andreessen with over 6 million XRP. And so here is final account numbers activated with 30 XRP. And so their Flare claim is 17.13 million FLR. Their Songbird claim, 2.57 million SGB. Interesting to note, I wanted to thank Tag here at TagXRP here on Twitter. Well, now I know what X.com is. And a very interesting new observation here from Tiffany Hayden. Weird coincidence that Chris Larsen was the first owner, along with co-founder John Witchell, of X.com back in 1994. Before Elon Musk decided to incorporate it in 1999. It all kind of lends more credibility to this theory that Elon Musk, Peter Thiel, and Andreessen Horowitz do own XRP. All right, now stopping the video within a video, I'm back to this video. Interesting observation though, right? X.com owned by Chris Larsen, formerly of Prosper, also of Elon. Andreessen Horowitz, Peter Thiel, Elon Musk all owning XRP. So guys, that got me thinking, going back to what Generation Infinity had posted a few months ago, how cryptocurrencies are going to transform money, again, from April 2012. The future of money is the web. And we're going to take a look at some of these articles. I was able to retrieve them. How Ripple networks are transforming money. Another one from April of 2012. So even just doing a quick Google search, what I found were screen grabs, basically Generation Infinity and Citizen of the Future's videos with regards to this. But this article is really just that. We couldn't actually find the actual documentation. So what I ended up finding was from this, guys, related articles by Manu Sporny and Tom Simonite. Okay, and if you click on these links here, like how Ripple networks are transforming money, it basically gives you an error. So there's no actual link there. What we ended up doing was going to the Wayback Machine and finding these articles here. Okay, so I did go to the Wayback Machine. I don't have to show you how I did that, but I did go back as far as 2012, how Ripple networks are transforming money. And this is from X.Commerce. At their core, markets have a fairly simple goal: to match those that have something of value with those that want to acquire it. And then it gives some examples down here. And again, we have to remember this is from 2012. We utilize many levels of trust in our current market-based economy. We trust the currency is stable. We trust that banks will be able to store and retrieve our funds when we need them. Well, fast forward to today, the current banking industry is obviously shaky at best. We trust that issuing government truly can and will back the value of the currency. We trust that market prices to be fair. So there's all this trust being placed into the system, but clearly that trust is being eroded and being eroded fast. And so here they are touting, back in 2012, a decentralized network, fair, frictionless payments, sent quickly, instantaneously, and essentially very, very affordably. Down here, they talk about the Ripple Trust Networks in particular. Ripple Trust Networks are fascinating in that they merge the best of direct trust and delegated trust networks. If you recall, a direct trust network is beneficial because there are typically no fees involved and very little transactional risk because you are transacting with your friends and family. A delegated trust network is beneficial because it allows you to safely conduct business with strangers with safeguards in place that ensure that the stranger follows through with the transaction. Ripple Trust Networks combine the best of both worlds. The new technology that makes this possible is the social web. So, it's interesting to see in 2012 how much Ripple had been talked about, considering it was pretty much flying under the radar. They give some more examples here, Ripple Trust Networks, and then they give a specific example, getting Bob the Painter paid. And so, it's interesting because, this just seems pretty innocuous. There's nothing really threatening about these examples, defining Ripple, what it did, what it does in 2012. However, when you go to these websites now, they are no longer active. Same with this one here, guys. When I went to classic.ripplepay.com, this is the original RipplePay website. The next version of Ripple is being developed at ripple.com. It is a distributed version of the same type of decentralized payment system as RipplePay. RipplePay will continue to operate at classic.ripplepay.com, but development effort will be focused on ripple.com. And this one, as you guys can see up here, was from 2013. So even if I just take this classic.ripplepay.com and I copy that and I open a new browser up here and I paste that in there and I click on that, guys, what do we get? Well, okay, so now it's looking like it's not even wanting to go. Before I would get an error page, and now it is just being hung up. It's not even moving. It's not even going anywhere. It's essentially, though, for all intents and purposes, a 404 page. These websites no longer exist. Obviously, classic.ripplepay.com. You could have archived the page and said, this no longer exists. Our updates are now at ripple.com. But again, the strange thing is all these things have been wiped out from existence. Not so much the RipplePay thing, because that was a protocol that they're no longer using, but all this other information from X.Commerce. Things that make me go, There was also this page here, guys, from Stack Overflow. I did some more research, even just clicking on this PayPal link. Now remember, X.com, PayPal, Peter Thiel, Elon Musk. There was a connection there. And when we click on that, again, there's just nothing on this page. So if we go back here, taking a look at the Wayback Machine, going back to April of 2013, the page does open up standard OpenID integration for PayPal Access Getting Started guide. Down here, this guide discusses how to implement PayPal using OpenID 2.0, an open specification produced by the OpenID community after a customer logs you into your web application using PayPal Access. You can use OpenID Simple Registration Extension, Attribute Exchange, and Provider Authentication Policy Extension, specifications to access the customer's user attributes. Now, again, the interesting connection here, guys, this is talking about PayPal. This is also on the X.Commerce website. X.Commerce again also mentions how the Ripple networks are transforming money. Then going back to the video I did a few months ago, Elon Musk, Chris Larson, the X.com web domain name. Not to mention this other video where I talked about Peter Thiel and Elon Musk purportedly owning 17 million XRP from back in the early days from 2017. Things that make you go, So some very interesting connections, which raises a lot more questions that I have about the X.Commerce website. And so also future of money, again from this same list here. You click on the link and it no longer exists. But when you go to the Wayback Machine, you can see the future of money listed here the same year, only a month later after that Ripple post was posted. Just down here in the previous 4 articles, we've explored the history of money and the institutions surrounding it, the concept of a Ripple trust network and how it could change the way we provide loans and credit, how cryptographic currencies are poised to replace physical money, and how PaySwarm is building the world's first truly open financial network. At the heart of each of these endeavors are the foundational principles of the web. These same principles are responsible for the aforementioned new decentralized financial tools. This article examines what we need out of the financial service that we use today and why their migration to the web is an inevitability. So guys, again, the Ripple Trust Network from X.Commerce, the future of money is web ready, almost prophesizing how Ripple and XRP are going to provide loans, credit, and how these cryptographic currencies are going to be poised to replace physical money. Another question just dawned on me. Did they know about central bank digital currencies way back in 2012? I think this Pandora's box just opens up a heck of a lot more questions. But that's just my opinion. I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.